Hello, I'm Mr. McCarthy. How are you feeling?
Fine, I guess.
Calm yourself, miss. This will be just a simple interview.
I'm calm.
Good. Now I'm going to ask you a few questions. Try to answer them as quickly and as truthfully as possible. With each question, say the first thing that comes into your head. This interview will be recorded for future reference. If you provide false information, we can and will hold it against you.
I understand.
Good. The interview begins now. Please state your name, date of birth, as well as place of birth.
My name is Mavis Olivia Davis. My date of birth is March 4th, 1989. I was born in St. Orson, Utah.
Are you an American citizen?
Yes, I am.
Can you provide valid proof?
Yes, I can.
Please state the full names of both your birth parents.
My father is Thomas Jefferson Davis, and my mother is Anna Eleanor Nancy Davis.
Are they both American citizens?
Yes, both were born and raised in the U.S.
All right. What is your current residence?
Berlin, Idaho, 300 West Spartan Street.
How long have you been a resident of this address?
2 years this November.
Are you currently employed?
No.
Who was your last employer?
Boot Hill Elementary. I was an assistant librarian.
How long ago was that?
3 months.
What are your reasons for leaving?
Personal reasons.
Please, elaborate.
I dated the custodian there. When I broke up with him, he made my job difficult.
Difficult how?
He set the school on fire.
How intimate was your relationship with this man?
That's getting a little personal.
Please, answer the question.
We went on 2 or 3 dates. That's about it.
Why have you not sought other employment within the last 3 months?
I needed time to recoup.
Have you ever been involved in any illegal activities?
No.
Have you ever lied, cheated, or stolen from a place of business?
No.
Have you ever lied, cheated, or stolen from a friend or family member?
No.
Have you ever thought about lying, cheating, or stealing from a place of business, friend, or family member and failed to inform the proper authorities?
No.
Have you in the past or at the present time ever abused illegal drugs or alcoholic substances?
No.
Do you have any plans to abuse illegal drugs or alcoholic substances in the near or distant future?
No.
Have you ever taken a bribe from another person or organization?
Nope.
Alrighty. What is your greatest life ambition you plan to achieve one day?
To get married and have a family.
How many children do you wish to and or plan on having?
That's between me and my husband.
Please estimate.
10 or 12.
Have you ever had any suicidal thoughts while growing up?
Not that I can remember.
Have you ever thought about taking the life of a small child, animal, or vegetable?
Small child, no. Animal, no. Vegetable, yes.
Do you have any major regrets from your past that has caused you great psychological trauma or heartache?
Not to the extent of actual trauma. Heartache, I suppose.
Have you ever set fire to a public landmark?
Unless you consider a Barbadale public landmark, no.
Have you ever eaten flesh off of an animal that wasn't officially dead?
I like my meat well done.
Do you feel good about yourself?
Yes.
Do you like yourself?
Yep.
Do you appreciate the time you and yourself have spent together?
Sure.
Do you hate humanity?
Not yet.
Alright. Do you love mankind and have hope for its future?
Yes and yes.
Can you think of any reason you or someone else would assassinate a public official and be justified?
Nothing comes to mind.
Do you feel you are a good person?
In other words, do I like myself? Once again, yes.
Do you like yourself?
As before, yes.
Between the years 1919 and 1933, did you have any involvement in the manufacturing and or distribution of alcoholic substances?
I choose not to answer that.
Imagine yourself visiting your folks for the holidays. Before you get to the door, a perverted basher jumps out of a bush and points a tomahawk at your head. He demands you knock on the door and introduce him as your new fiancé. What would you do?
I'd let him chop my head off.
Imagine you're shopping at a local grocery store.
A perverted masher approaches you and invites you over to his house for a night of illegal gambling, doping, and mud wrestling. What would you do?
I would smack him senseless with a bag of frozen vegetables, thus also ending the life of the vegetables.
Imagine you're flying on a jet headed for Washington.
A perverted masher emerges from the cockpit and proclaims he has a bomb embedded in his chest.
He asks you personally to cut him open and detonate the bomb.
What would you do?
I would kindly ask a stewardess to help me open a nearby exit and propel the perverted masher into the sky.
Have you spent any extended periods of time outside the United States while claiming to be anything but a United States citizen and taking part in a plot to overthrow the American government?
Well, there was this time a perverted masher invited me to do so, but I quickly declined. A bag of frozen vegetables was involved?
We're almost finished. Would you ever consider marrying a Nazi, a terrorist, or an extraterrestrial?
Even if that marriage would be considered a threat to national security?
I do love my country, but if the Nazi, terrorist, or extraterrestrial also happened to be a perverted masher, I'd find the situation awfully tempting.
Final question. Do you honestly think you're qualified to join our team of dedicated professionals in providing top quality service for the general public?
I hope I'm qualified to grill hamburgers.
Very good. Thank you for your interest in employment at the Grilling Station, America's fastest growing grilled burger fast food restaurant and home of the sloppy, beefy, bulgy, blood red meat patty super burger. We'll review your answers and get back to you if you meet our qualifications. Have a nice day.